Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Westmoreland's man, bullet-riddled body found on his bed. The body of a young man was discovered with multiple gunshot wounds at his Darlington Street home in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland on Wednesday morning. The identity of the deceased is not yet released. Reports are that the resident heard loud explosions shortly after 1 a.m. The bullet-riddled body of the now deceased man was later found on his bed by his younger brother, who went to check on him. Motor killed in Manchester ambush. The Manchester police are probing the murder of a man who was killed on Tuesday in Broadleaf district in the parish. The deceased has been identified as Marlon Irwin, otherwise called Motor, a resident of Broadleaf. Broadleaf, a deep rural community, is located south of Poros and east of Royal Flat. Police reports that about 7 a.m., Irwin was driving his Toyota Axio motor car on the Hampton Main Road when he was attacked by a gunman traveling in another vehicle. The gunman opened fire, hitting Irwin multiple times. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Bar operator, bartender arrested after illegal gun seizure. The Westmoreland police seized an illegal firearm and ammunition at a bar in Ketter District, Springfield in the parish on Tuesday night. The bar operator and bartender were arrested and charged. They are 53-year-old bar operator Clovis Drummond and 21-year-old bartender Yvette McInnes, both from the community. Reports are that about 10:55 p.m., cops conducted a snap raid at the bar operated by the suspects. During the search, a .38 Taurus revolver with 138 casing was found behind a refrigerator inside the bar. St. Andrew man charged after find gun during dispute. A St. Andrew man has been charged for several offenses after reportedly firing a gun at another man with whom he had a dispute. He is 36-year-old Ryan Clark, otherwise called Chin, of Spalding Boulevard, Kingston 20. Clark was charged with shooting with intent, assault at common law, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition on Monday. He allegedly had an altercation with another man in Old Forest on September 15, during which he pulled a firearm and fired at him. Clark then allegedly chased the man home, where he pointed the firearm at a woman who was inside the house before escaping. A report was made to the police and Clark subsequently arrested. Bearer charged for alleged armed robbery. A 21-year-old bearer has been charged with robbery with aggravation and illegal possession of firearm stemming from an incident on Mall Road, Kingston 11 on November 11. He is Stephen Bentley of Olympic Way, Kingston 11. It was reported that a man was pounced upon by two armed men who robbed him of his motorcycle and cash. On November 18, Bentley was found in possession of the vehicle. He was subsequently arrested and charged following a question and answer session. His court date is being finalized. Police renew call for a person of interest in Westmoreland murder to surrender. The police has once again renewed their calls for the person of interest in connection with the murder of 40-year-old farmer Kieran Williams to turn himself in. Williams' decomposing body was found in a shallow grave last Friday with stab wounds in the usually quiet community of Mount Erie at Orange Hill Negril in Westmoreland. Commanding Officer for Westmoreland, Senior Superintendent Wayne Joseph, revealed the identity of the person of interest to reporters on Tuesday afternoon. He is 27-year-old Courtney Cooper, otherwise called Junior, of a St. John's Road, Spanish Town, St. Catherine address. He is a person of interest, and the police have interest in speaking to him in relation to his girlfriend's death, SSP Joseph's appeal. According to the police, Williams, who lived with her boyfriend Cooper, was last seen alive on Tuesday, November 29 at 5:30 p.m. in the community. On December 1, about 10:54 p.m., Williams' daughter tried to contact her mother by telephone, but the calls went unanswered. Later the same day, the daughter visited her mother's house and made checks. However, neither Williams nor her boyfriend was seen. The daughter subsequently filed a missing person report. On December 2, 2022, about 7 a.m., the police, along with citizens, went to the home of Williams, where they discovered that the door to her bedroom board house was open. There were no signs of forced entry. The surrounding area was searched, and the partially decomposed body of Williams was discovered in a shallow grave at the rear of the house, clad only in a blue blazer with what appeared to be stab wounds to her chest. Later that same day, a team of officers acting on information proceeded to the Texas gas station located in the grill in the parish, where Cooper was spotted. Upon seeing the police, he ran into a nearby swamp eluding law enforcers, the police reported. Tufton orders audit into state of bathrooms at public health facilities. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton says the government will be conducting audits of sanitary facilities within public hospitals and health centers. Tufton comments come days ahead of a probe reveal a breakdown in sanitization and maintenance at 11 of Jamaica public health facilities. The health minister was speaking on Tuesday at the reopening ceremony and launch of the Compassionate Care Program at the Chapelton Community Hospital in Northern Clarendon. The hospital was renovated at a cost of $309 million. Tufton stated that healthcare management staff have a mandate of ensuring the upkeep of bathrooms at the facility. Coming on the heels of the expose with One Media House, I have written to the regional health authorities to spend more time in the coming days and weeks to assess our bathroom facilities, particularly those which will open to outpatient care, because those are the ones that have been exposed as inadequate in many cases, Tufton told reporters. He added that the planned assessment will seek to unearth the current infrastructural state of the facilities, the availability of essential commodities including water, and a monitoring mechanism that will see the upkeep of the facilities. We spend literally hundreds of billions of dollars each year to private providers, for the most part, to take care of cleaning and portering, which includes the sanitary conveniences. They have a contract and a responsibility, but we ultimately have a responsibility to make sure they perform, and the managers on the ground have the primary burden, and we must hold them to account. So a part of my letter is to say, do your job, your approach is inadequate, and strengthen that approach if you think it's inadequate, Tufton told reporters. Citing the maintenance of the facilities as everyone's business, the minister also charged members of the public also have a responsibility in the venture.
As a result of the expose recently, I've written to all the regional health authorities, sent out yesterday, and I've asked them to do a few things. Essentially to do an audit of all of our sanitary conveniences. We have over 500 such facilities in our public health, in the hospitals alone, not the health centers. And we will follow up on that to correct that. In the last few weeks or so, we have seen media reports, for example, about bathroom facilities and their upkeep. And I'm the first to accept that management in our institutions have a responsibility to oversee and ensure that our sanitary conveniences and our infrastructure generally is kept in a particular way. And we do expect that even if the infrastructure is aged, as they will get, particularly in this context where we haven't seen a lot of build out, that we need to keep them clean in keeping with protocols around infection prevention and control. And where that is not happening, we intend, Chairman, we expect that you're going to crack the whip on the people who don't do it. But I want to say, in keeping with that right to a clean sanitary convenience is a responsibility to take care of it. Because I am not going to devalue the conversation around abuse of our sanitary conveniences and our health infrastructure. You can't put the toilet paper fast enough in the bathroom for somebody to put it in their bag and walk out with it. Or to literally tear the soap dispenser off the wall. Not only just empty it, take off the full dispenser and go out with it. We have to understand that this partnership requires us to protect the assets that are there to care for us.
CSEC announces 2023 dates for regional examinations. The Barbados-based Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, has announced the dates for its 2023 regional examinations beginning in January. In a statement, the institution established that the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, CSEC, will be held between January 4 to 31, followed by the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment on May 4 to 5. In addition, students will sit the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Exam CAPE from May 8 to June 23, with the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, CSEC, again taking place between May 8 to June 16. The Caribbean Certificate of Secondary Level Competency will be held between June 19 and 22. CXC said the 2023 Caribbean Vocational Qualification Assessments will be conducted between April and September, with specific dates to be determined in collaboration with participating ministries of education. Regarding school-based assessments, the Council said stakeholders are also asked to note the concession for the SBAs will remain for 2023 CSEC candidates who commenced SBAs during the 2021-2022 academic year. Concessions for 2023 CSEC candidates will once again include the removal of Section 1, Situation Response from CSEC Modern Language Orals, for 2023 CAPE candidates and 2024 CSEC candidates. However, they will return to a full SBA requirements, it added. The CXC examinations had been affected by the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic that led to the closure of schools across the region. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.